Alright, so this question says, and it seems like there's stuff missing, right? It says, like, it's not giving me a volume, and it's not giving me a temperature either. But they do tend to give 100 moles of each gas and 5 moles of nitrogen. So maybe to set up the question, I'll do this, and you guys can answer. So I say I have a tank, and say the pressure inside there is say 100 psi. Okay, and so say I have inside the tank I have let's say 5 moles of hydrogen and 5 moles of helium. Okay, 5 moles hydrogen, 5 moles helium are in the tank. So if the whole tank is giving me 100 psi, how much of that psi would hydrogen be given, and how much of the psi would the helium be given?
50-50.
Have to be 50 each, right?
Yeah.
Because you got 5 moles and 5 moles, so altogether that's 10. So this has got to be giving me half of it, and this has got to be giving me the other half. Or in other words, you could say for hydrogen, 5 out of the 10 moles that are there, that's what ratio it has, times by the total pressure. So a half of 100 is going to be 50 psi for hydrogen. And then the same for the other. So in this question, rather than having 2 gases, now they've got 4 gases, but the same thing applies. So how many moles total of gas would there be? With 2, 3, 4, and 5?
6, 9, 14.
14. So there's 14 moles together, altogether. So if I want to look at how much hydrogen, what pressure hydrogen is giving, I'm going to say 2 out of 14 are attributed to hydrogen. And then I just times up by what the pressure is. The pressure is 800.
Okay.
So if I multiply those two, I should get something close to 114 psi, or in this case, torr. So what would I do for ammonia?
So you'd go 3 over 14 times 800.
Right.
Okay, yeah. And yeah.
And then you do the same thing for the other two.
Okay, so that would be the answer then, or all those, or would I add them up together, or?
The question says, what's the partial pressure of each gas?
Oh, of each gas, I see that now. Okay, so that would be my answer, those individually.
Yeah. And if you wanted to at the end, add them up and make sure that you came up with the 800, that'd be good.
That's how you check your answer, okay.
Yeah.